The Broncos just made what might be one of the biggest trades in NFL history, acquiring Russell Wilson for essentially 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a couple of players. So I'm going to tell you what this means for Denver and why they just might be the new Super Bowl favorites. Hello everyone, welcome back to Into Sports. I'm your host Evan. Before I talk Russell Wilson and the Broncos, do me a big favor and click the subscribe button because, it would help me out a lot. Anyways, yes, I do think the Broncos are now the team to beat in the AFC. And that might sound crazy. Are they really that good? They only won 7 games last year. Will Wilson really be able to make a difference year 1? But the last 2 Super Bowls have been won by a team that had a great roster, but a bad quarterback. And then they made a big swing in the offseason and brought in a great quarterback. The Buccaneers had Jameis Winston. They brought in Tom Brady and won the Super Bowl year 1. The Rams had Jared Goff. They brought in Matthew Stafford and won the Super Bowl in year 1. The Broncos had Teddy Bridgewater, and now they trade for Russell Wilson. So the Broncos are just like the Bucs and the Rams of years past. They have a great roster. They had the number 2 scoring defense last year. They have a great receiving core, and they have some great pieces in the secondary with Patrick Surtain and Justin Simmons. But they were bad at quarterback. And Teddy Bridgewater is in that same tier with Jared Goff and Jameis Winston, who were both replaced, and then their former teams immediately won the Super Bowl. So the Broncos just made the same level of quarterback upgrade as the Bucs and the Rams. And I believe their overall roster is also a similar caliber of those 2 teams. And I know that their record from last year wouldn't necessarily support that. So they were only 7-10. But the Bucs also only won 7 games the year before they acquired Tom Brady and won the Super Bowl. So I think we are seeing history repeat itself this year with Denver. Now, I know what you're thinking, because it's been widely discussed. What about their division? The AFC West is a gauntlet. Because, yeah, it is. They have to deal with Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Derek Carr, each twice a year. But the division was extremely tough for the Rams last year. It was at the time clearly the best division in the sport. But they won a Super Bowl. The Buccaneers didn't even win their division the year that they won the Super Bowl. The Saints did. So a tough division isn't the end of the world, because home field advantage has never mattered less. And generally, we're seeing that the best teams are just going to end up playing for a spot in the Super Bowl anyways. So I'm not really concerned with the fact that Mahomes, Herbert, and Carr are in Denver's way. They're all in the AFC West. Because if Denver really is the best team in the AFC, like I say they are, they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs despite the division. Because I think the Broncos will finally be able to match the firepower of teams like the Chargers, the Bills, and the Chiefs. Because the Broncos have great downfield weapons. Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler, Tim Patrick. It's the strength of their team. But the Broncos were just 20th in explosive passing plays last season. Well, luckily for them, that's the strength of Russell Wilson's game. Seattle's basically entire identity as a team the last few years has been about Wilson launching rainbows down the field to Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. So Russell Wilson is finally going to unlock the Broncos' deep passing game so they can fight fire with teams like the Chiefs and the Bills. And no, I don't worry about Russell Wilson having a down year last year. He had a broken finger. Trying to play quarterback with a broken finger is like being a rocket scientist with a concussion. it ain't gonna go very well. Russell Wilson has a proven track record of being an elite quarterback. And I think that will continue for years to come in Denver. And really, if anything, I think he will get better now that he gets to work with an offensive-minded head coach for the first time in his entire career. So, I think we are seeing history repeat itself with the Denver Broncos. Because much like the Bucs and the Rams, the Broncos had a big hole at quarterback. And then they just filled it with a superstar. They've had a great roster for years, but they've been squandered by bad quarterback play ever since Peyton Manning retired. So right now, Russell Wilson and the Broncos are my pick to come out of the AFC and possibly even win a Super Bowl.